Okay, so we'll see what is SQL2 and how yesterday we saw SQL2. Now today we'll see how we can write the programmatically. Like see, this is the code. Consider I just have one query that is select star from. I'm just generating by using this content, and here we have a weekend. Hit enter. Now just simply generate. We have to select SQL2, and after that we have to generate it. Okay, so we have generated. This is the thing. I just want to find out the CQ pages, so instead of the NT base, just simply write the CQ page. After that, here we know that we have to use the AND operator. What I'm trying to find out is title, JCR title. From these pages, I just want to find out the JCR title. So where it will present? So we have to take this CQ page first. So how we can take by that object, or we can say it's a name that we have already given by using this as. Okay, so here you can simply use this S and here square bracket, and we know that our JCR title is present inside our JCR content, and we are not using the type that is a CQ page content. We are using the CQ page, so that's why we have to use this JCR content and after that JCR title. This is the thing I have written. I just want to use the like operator, so here I am using the like, and after that single quotes. Here what I want to search, that is page. When you are using the page, okay, so if any name, okay, that means any title with same with this page, and at the end maybe it may be anything, but if in the starting that page is there, then it will return the result. Just try to hit enter. Oh, it is showing some error. What it's saying, we don't need to be use this parenthesis, sorry, terminator, execute. Yeah, now we got the result. So this is the result, 10 results we are getting. Now the same thing I just want to execute by using the SQL2. So how we can do this thing? So just simply copy this code, come in the backend. Okay, so this is my servlet. I am just writing the code here only. Yeah, so first this is the query we need to execute, so we have to take this query in our variable. So I am just taking the query, that whatever the query we have, I have just copied, come here and just paste it. Okay, so now we got the query. After that, once we got the query, we have one resource resolver. We have to take that one, get resource resolver. First of all, I'll tell you where it will store. It will store in our request. Okay, it is stored in our request, and where we are using in our servlet. We have two ways to taking the resource resolver. We have a resource resolver factory. When you are using in OHGI, that means you are using the OHGI services, that time we don't have this request, so we can get directly by using this method. So for that we have to create the user, and after that we have to get this get resource resolve. So this method will return the resource resolver. And what the use case of this resource resolver? Okay, so here I am using a resolver. So see, so when I'm just going, session and resource resolver are the same thing. Like see, we knows that already. This I already told you yesterday. This SQL2 API is provided by the JCR API, and this is the part of the JCR API, this get resource resolver. So it will provide some extra method to your resolver. Okay, get resource resolver method is providing some extra functionality to your resolver. Yeah, and so that's why when we are by using this, we can easily write the JCR queries. This is the SQL2 queries, we can easily write it. So for that we need this object, and we got it. After that, by using this resolver, yeah, we have by using this resolver we can simply find resources. No, yeah, this is the thing. Now what I'm doing is, see, we don't have the personal API for this JCR-SQL2. We have to use the JCR API. Okay, we don't have for the SQL2, we don't have separated API. We have to use the present API that is already present. Okay, so we have a resource resolver you can use, and inside the resource resolver we have a find resource. And which one is your query? This is the query you want to execute it. So this query you have to write in your first parameter of the find resource. After that, here which query, which language you want to execute. So I just want to execute the SQL2. So for that we have to write one constant, that is query. After that JCR-SQL2. Okay, here we have a JCR-SQL2, you can simply write. Okay, and just go up, and here you somewhere that Java X JCR query dot query is there. If I'll try to remove this one, okay, again just remove this, and now just try to add query dot JCR-SQL2. Okay, so this is the API. Inside this API your JCR-SQL is there. It has a more than one, okay, it has a lot of API, lot of packages there, so we have to use this JCR-SQL2. Okay, now we got it. Now it will return the resource, so we have to accept it. See, it has returning a list of resource. See, if I'm coming here and just trying to execute it, it has returning a more than one paths, pages. Okay, that is nothing but your resources. These are nothing but your resources. Okay, so here you can use the results. Okay, we got the result, no? Yeah, now our expectation is whatever the we need, we have to retrieve the title and the path. So how we can do that things? If you want the path, okay, so how we can print? So first of all, what I want the array, and inside this array, this is the JSON array. After that I want the object, this is the object, and here I just want to print the title and the path. So this is the constant thing, and whatever it's coming here in front of the title and in front of the paths, that is a dynamic data. So from where this data will come? This data will come from these pages. So inside these pages we have a title and the descriptions, sorry, title and the path, and this is the path. We know that this is direct the paths, and after that inside this we have a title. So if I want the path, this is the path I just want it. Here you see it's seeing, no? Yeah, this one. Which one? This one. Okay, so this is the path that I want it. So directly we'll do one thing, no? We can take the page related API we capture, and after that we can easily get the title and the path from this page. Okay, so before that I'm just using one for loop, but before that what we need the object, we need a, this is the JSON array we need it. So just create the JSON array. How we can create? JSON dot create array builder. Okay, and it will return JSON array builder. So you can just simply take it, JSON array builder. So this is the thing I have written it. After that you can use the while loop, and inside the while loop all our result where it is present, it has, this query has executed, and all the result it will store inside our results. Okay, and result is a list of iterator, so we have to use here result has next. If it has a next, then we'll take one by one. It has more than one value or it has some value, so this value will take in one variable, that means first value. See, now in this our result, how this value store in the form of iterator. This is considered, this is the iterator, and everywhere we have the value like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here consider instead of 0 we have a path 1, path 2, path 3, and these types of, here it's indexing. Yeah, so first of all this has next method check this, and if it has a value then it will return true. Okay, second time it will check the value and it will return true. Okay, until 4 it will return the true. So till now we will execute this logic whatever we are writing inside our while loop. Okay, but the thing is here we are returning the logic, but what we are doing inside that, inside our logic, what we will do? So we will take this path, and from this path, that means path is nothing but this page. Okay, from this page we will take the title and the path. Okay, so for taking this we have a lot of ways. So we'll directly use the page API. Here we have one page API, you have to use it, but this is the interface. This page API is the OAGI service, or you can say it's an interface. We are unable to create the object, or consider this one is our path. Right now here inside this we have the path. Okay, and from this path we have to convert into an page, otherwise we have to convert into an resource. So how we can do that things? or path is nothing but the resource. From the resource, if you want to convert into an object, then we have one method that is adapt to. By using that, we can easily convert from resource, that means from this path to this page, and after that we can easily get the title and the path. Okay, so we'll just go there and try to write the logic. Now we got true, so inside that we have to take the first value, that means the first path. How we can take, or you can say it's a resource, so how we can take by using a next method. Okay, and this next method will return the resource now. Okay, that is return the resource. So here I am using a resource. Okay, we have to import it. We import it, and after that, from this resource, now from taking the title and the path, we already have the page API. If you are taking the page API, no, you are taking the page title and the path. So for that we have the page API, but we knows that where is this path store? This path store inside this resource. So we have to convert from resource to page. So for that we have one adapt to method. This is the resource we want to convert it into one page. So for that we have to use one adapt method, and here you can write page dot class. Yeah, this is the thing that I have written, and it will return the page. So whatever you have mentioned inside this adapt to method, you will get these types of. So just use. Here I am just simply defining the current page. Yeah, I have defined the current page. After that we got the current page, but here we have already only created the job, that means the Java array builder, JSON array builder. We need actually a job object builder as well. So we have to create it, JSON create object builder. Yeah, this is the thing we have created. Now you can just accept the variable. So I'm just using a job, and inside now what we want, add. Okay, so here we have to use the, inside this add we have to use the title, and from how we can get, now in our page, current page, we have a title and we have a title APIs, that means a method that is already present. Okay, they will responsible to fetch it. We just need to use get title. I just want the get title. I got the get title. After that I want path, so you can just simply remove this current page dot get path. Okay, this is the thing is there. If I try to remove this is our page API. Okay, sometimes what it will happen, if you imported by using some, yeah, just try to remove this one. Now here I am just using a get path. Okay, it has present there. Okay, sometimes what will happen, when you are using Control Shift O, it will import the different page API. Okay, it will import the different package. So keep in mind we have to import this one, that is com.day.cq.wcm.api.page. Okay, so now we got it, we got all the data. Now we have to check it. Before that we have to check that a page is empty or not. If this page is empty, then if we try to find out this title, then it will throw the null pointer exception. Otherwise we are using this, so it will throw the null pointer. So we have to check it first. So if this current page is not equals to null, then okay, then just simply execute this logic, whatever you have written inside the if statement. This is done. At the last we knows that all the object we have to add inside the array. So for that we have to use the job dot add dot job. Okay, we have added, and when somebody send the see, all the data we have entered, all the logic and everything we have written. After that, when somebody send the request, we have to return something. So we have defined the logic, and this is the logic we want to return it. So you can just simply return inside here. So this is for the if, and this is for the while, this curly bracket. If I'll try to write this request after, so it won't possible. Why? Because of we have defined inside the method only. This request parameters we have defined inside the methods. Okay, so request dot get writer request dot get, oh sorry, we have to write the response, not request. Okay, so response dot get writer dot write. After that, here we have to use all the data where it will store inside our job. So we have to use job dot build, after that toString. So basically what we are doing here, so this is a job, that means a JSON object is there. We have converting this JSON into one string, and after that we are printing this result whenever somebody send the request. Okay, we'll try to execute this code. Just go there and just deploy it. Okay, so I think it has deployed successfully. We just have to go there. Okay, so it has deployed successfully. Now we have to go there and we just have to copy this one. How we can register our servlet? By using a resource type, and I have used this resource type. That means this resource type is using this this resource type. This is the page that is using this resource type, so you can just simply copy this one, go there, and here we have to type localhost 4502 and just paste it. After that, I have defined the extension just like a add and the txt. So we have to write the add before txt. So just come here, add and the txt, hit enter. Now we are getting the result. Okay, so this is the result that we are getting it, but this is the static value. Okay, if you want to pass the dynamic value, then how we can do that things? Like here, this is our request that users are hitting enter, and after that, if the user enters some value, just like a query parameter, here we have a query parameter, and based on this parameter, that means based on this page, he want to search the result based on this page. Like if this page is there, then it will return this page. If he is writing some article or some page name, then it will return these types of pages. If you want like this, then for that we have to pass the dynamic value. But how we can do that thing? So for that, we just simply need to use here dynamic, where here in our SQL2, what we are doing, we are passing the static page, static value. But if you want dynamic, then we have to use here. Okay, so how we can use? You can just simply use here double quotes. That means I have closed this one. Why? Because of we have to pass the dynamic value. So here I am using query parameters, and you can use again plus double quotes. Inside the double quotes, I think we have to write the percentage. We have already written, no. Okay, so this is the thing. Now what we have done here, you see I have passes the dynamic value. This is the value. Now I will accept. So but after that, this is the like operator, and after that, how we can write the single quotes after the like? Here if you see, here you see, after the like, in the single quote we write the page and the percentage, but this is the value we are passing dynamically. So we have to close this one, this string we have to close first, and after that we have to pass this dynamic value, and later we have to again write in double quotes. This is the thing we have to write in double quotes. So we are appending all the value in one single string. Okay, this is the value we are adding in a single string. Okay, so now we have to create this variable. So just come here, and what user will enter here? So like this is the query parameter user will enter, and inside that he is passing some value. So we have to fetch this one. This is the value we have to fetch. So how we can fetch? So for that we have to use request.get parameter. Okay, we have to use the get parameter. These are nothing but your request. This URL is nothing but your request, and from this request we are passing the parameter. So we have to accept it. Yeah, what is the value? Whatever the value, you have to paste inside this. Yeah, so now this page value is going inside this, so we have to take this page value here. Where it is? Yeah, here. Okay, I have taken, but this is the value we have already defined. So copy this one, come at left and just paste it. Okay, so now what we got, this is the value we are getting here, and this same value we are passing here, and according to that value it will work. The SQL2 will work. So again we have to deploy it, and we'll check. Okay, so it has deployed successfully. Now we have to go there and we have to check it. So here, instead of that, now I'm just passing this parameter, q parameter, and the page. Hit enter. Again we are getting the same error. That means our sorry, again we are getting the same result. That means our query is executed successfully. Okay, so instead of that, just try to add, I'm just copying and just try to add the small p. If I'm adding the small p and hit enter, see, you are getting only one result. Now I'll show you. Just go in your CRXD and instead of capital P, just try to add the small and just execute it. So this page 10 we are getting it, and if we are going here you see we are getting the page 10 only. This is the page 10 we are getting it. Okay, so that's it.